Hello guys, good morning. Last night I was scrolling through Pinterest and whatnot. You know when sometimes you're scrolling through Pinterest and you find this cute picture, you clicked on the picture and it redirects you to a website. Well, last night that happened to me, and the thing was, it did not redirect me to a website. It redirected me to an app that we have mostly forgotten, but it redirected me to Wattpad. And so I thought it would be a really fun video if we could turn back time. We could go back to our Wattpad phases, because I had a Wattpad phase when I was in middle school. So I had this like a Wattpad obsession when I was in middle school. I read a lot of different like fan fictions, other romances on Wattpad. I don't even know most of the titles anymore what I've read, but I thought it would be a really fun video if we could just go back in time and read some Wattpad stories. I have Wattpad downloaded on my phone and I'm ready to start reliving a middle school dream. I don't know. I just know that I really enjoyed reading Wattpad when I was younger. And I bet you all do too. So don't try to say that you guys didn't like Wattpad. We all have had our phases on Wattpad. So we're gonna go ahead and see what stories we can find, and I'm opening my Wattpad right now. I think I really want to go for like a winter or like a holiday themed romance probably on Wattpad. I will update you guys later when I start a story on Wattpad. Okay guys, I found a contender for my Wattpad read, and it is Christmas Break by Evelyn Birch. I found this on Wattpad, as I said, and it has 28 parts. And the great thing about this is that it's available for non-premiums, and it also has like a text-to-speech, so I can listen to it instead of just like reading it. So it will help me get this by a little bit more faster, because obviously I need it to be a little bit more faster because I am a slow reader, and so I think audiobook will really help me. But let's read the blurb of the book. In the picturesque town of Winter Grove, broken-hearted college student Celeste has to team up with lone wolf Starling for a fake relationship in hopes of making her ex-boyfriend jealous and saving her Christmas. That already sounds really entertaining. Overachieving college student Celeste Brighton is excited to spend Christmas cozied up with her first love, Jared. Christmas has always had a special place in her heart, and she can't wait to share it with him. That is until Jared asks for a break right before Christmas. With her plans and heart shattered, Celeste needs to find a way to get Jared back to recapture the perfect Christmas she had planned. But how? A guarded lone wolf, Starling Holt, has never liked Christmas. He's never had one of those perfect holidays like they do in the movies. All he's had is bad memories, and so he'd much rather keep himself distracted. When a distraction comes in the form of a broken-hearted girl begging for his help to get her ex back, it sounds too fun to refuse, until he learns that means becoming the perfect holiday boyfriend. Okay, that sounds really fun. I'm excited, so after this I need to start setting up for lunch. I'm gonna go ahead and cook, and so I think while I cook I'm going to be listening to this book. I'm very excited, so I'll give you guys updates later. today is the next day. I just got to chapter 22 of 28 chapters of the Christmas break. There you go. Yeah. So I just got to chapter 22. I think I'm fully going to be just audiobooking it because we have that option now on Wattpad, so that's really fun. The story is going pretty fast and interesting. I like the premise of the book, the idea of the book, really the story, the book. I don't know, and it's going very very well, and I enjoy it mostly. Mostly on Wattpad, I usually just read short stories because I love short stories. I think short stories are very interesting, and I love how people wrap up short stories and whatnot, and just like explore how people write and all of that. And so far this book has been really really good. I still follow both the characters, Celeste and Sterling. Celeste had just been dumped. Her ex-boyfriend named Jared wants to take a break from their relationship before Christmas, while Celeste has already planned out their Christmas for the upcoming days. And so in the wake of that event, Celeste and her best friend Alicia went out to the pub, and they went out and got a few drinks, and Alicia introduced Celeste to her friend Ollie and Sterling. Now Sterling is quite the opposite of Celeste, who is full of Christmas joy, but Sterling is not. He doesn't particularly enjoy the Christmas time. On coming and arriving and having drinks at that pub, Celeste's ex Jared comes into the same pub with a new girl, and so to stir things up and make him jealous, Celeste decides to kiss Sterling, who was right there with her. And that's really, we follow them like fake dating. She's attempting to get her ex jealous in hopes of getting him back. And that story just follows that plot line, and you just see them falling for each other. It goes on pretty good. It's a light Christmas read, obviously, and yeah, I think I'm gonna finish it off today. I'm not so sure when. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading. I'm also still kind of reading another book, which is set in Christmas, for another video. Probably is already up now. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading as I have breakfast, and I will give you guys more updates later. Hello guys, so today is the next day. Yesterday I finished listening to the text-to-speech for Christmas Break by Evelyn Birch on Wattpad, and it was surprisingly really good. It had a really satisfying ending, and as I said, I didn't expect much from this story because it's quite short. It's not like a whole book, but it was pretty good, and I actually enjoyed it. I really wanted to count this as like I read another book, so like 35 books I've read this year. So yeah, I just had a really great time listening to the book, and it was just a really nice time, Christmas atmospheric book while I listen to it, while I do stuff at home and whatnot. But yeah, I finished that yesterday, and right now I am going to start another book on Wattpad. Okay, I'm back. I think I found a Wattpad story that I would like to read, and I think it is very short, and I think this is exactly what I want to read. And so it is called Deck the Halls, a series of short Christmas winter stories by Karen Michael, and I think it might be a really good contender. Okay, there we go. It only has 7 parts and it's only 36 minutes long, so I think it's be very short and sweet. It's the same author, has another book, story, I mean, another story called Cabin Ever After, which is a small town romance. I'm intrigued by those two, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and read both of those real quick. Okay, so as I said, I was reading Deck the Halls, which is a collection of Christmas winter short stories, and I so far have read two of them, and it is so cute. Both of those two short stories were really sweet because it was centered around family, and it was about little sister and her brother and siblings, and it was just so cute because like it really did get me into the holiday spirit because I'm the middle child. I have two siblings and it reminds me a lot of them, and I really am excited to see them. For not excited to see them, I see them every day, but I mean like it'll be so much fun to have all of them here for Christmas because my brother lives abroad, and he's here now, so it's super fun to have him around during the Christmas time. Last year we also had him for Christmas, and it was just so much fun, me and my family all together again. And these two short stories have just been really reminding me of like those holidays that I spent with my big family, and it was just really sweet. And now on to the other book that I just said by the same author. This is Cabin Ever After. This book is, it says that it is a small town romance, so I want to read the blurb just a little bit to get some sense into what this book is about. Renowned writer Amber Moore is forced to journey back to Bloomfield, Louisville, following the passing of her beloved grandmother. Upon her arrival, she discovers that her grandmother has bequeathed a cabin house and a boat, the Betty, in her name. However, her joy is short-lived when she learns that a stranger named Adam Baker is claiming ownership of the cabin as well, despite the fact that Amber's grandmother Georgina clearly specified in her will that the cabin belongs to Amber. Adam has somehow acquired the necessary permits to lay claim to the property. Frustrated and unsure of what to do, Amber reluctantly agrees to share the cabin with Adam until they can resolve the issue. As they navigate their living arrangements, the two quickly find that they have very different personalities, with Adam being an outdoorsy husky lover who enjoys loud music and camping trips. As they clash and push each other's buttons, they also begin to realize that there might be a spark to attraction between them. This is gonna be I think this is gonna be fun. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and read it, and there's only 7 parts to it, and for now, and it says that the time needed to read this book is 1 hour and 19 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that for now. Hey guys, a little bit of reading update. As I've been reading Wattpad, continued reading Cabin Ever After by Karen Michael, and right now I'm on chapter 5. I only have one more chapter left, which is really great. yeah, I'm excited to finish it off. I only have these 2 chapters left and then I'll be done. It's an ongoing story and she hasn't given any updates since April that she last posted all of those parts to the story. So there's really not much left into it, but as far as I know, it's been really great. And yeah, that's all the update I can give you guys. I'll catch you guys later. Hello guys, it is a little bit later, it's 8 o'clock right now, and I just finished my Wattpad read, and honestly I think it ended really well. I really like the main guy character. He is giving golden retriever even though he's like, we have like very scarce of him, like there's not much to him yet, but he is pretty good. He's a pretty good character. I feel like he has an acts of service kind of a vibe here, love language, which I really like. He made this like small gesture to the main girl character, which I really loved reading about. It reminds me a lot of Gilmore Girls meets Chestnut Springs. It's so sweet and I really like it. But I was like really rooting for this to continue, but the author hasn't continued it. The last time they updated the story was in July this year, so I'm not so sure if she will continue writing for this story, but I really enjoyed it. And yeah, so this is the end of the Wattpad read, and to wrap it, just to kind of like wrap it all up, I'm going to put on the screen the stories that I read on Wattpad right here. So the first one I read was Christmas Break by Evelyn Birch. I really like that. It is part of a series, but this book alone, I really enjoyed it. I listened to it on audio and really enjoyed it. I absolutely loved how it's like, it reads more like a short story, so I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Loved both of the characters. I think it was very entertaining and I loved the meet cute and whatnot, so it was really good. And then I read a collection of short stories called Deck the Halls, and that was really good as well. I finished reading that one as well. Really liked that one. And the last one was Cabin Ever After by Karen Michael, and I'm really hoping that she continues this story because I would absolutely love to read more of it. That is all that I read on Wattpad. That is the end of my Wattpad excursion. I do have to say though, back when I used to read Wattpad, there were a lot of different stories, more diverse, and I don't know if it's like, I think it's because I've like matured and grown out of my Wattpad phase that I somehow do not gravitate towards these kinds of stories anymore. It gets me a little bit nostalgic reading Wattpad again because, as I said, I haven't read Wattpad in a long time. And I used to read fanfics on Wattpad. I didn't, however, read any fanfic this time. I don't think I will, just because I don't want to go down a rabbit hole just yet. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for Bookmas Day 9. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.